For the first 3/4 of the movie, Blade Runner 2049 is an absolute masterpiece. Dark, moody, well-crafted, compelling, and thought-provoking. But the end of the film, I felt, left a lot to be desired. Here's why. One of the central themes of the movie explores the question, what does it mean to be human? Can replicants be human? Can they even be more human than humans themselves? We get the answers to these questions through Kay, a replicant called a Blade Runner, whose job is to hunt down and retire or kill other replicants. At the beginning of the film, he is, according to his superior, lacking a soul. But everything changes for Kay when he unearths evidence that he may not have been created. He may have been born. This would make him special. In his own words, to be born is to have a soul. This is Kay's first step toward humanity. And so he embarks on a quest to discover the truth. Are his memories of childhood real, or were they implanted? Is he the son of a replicant mother named Rachel? In a soul-shattering gut punch, he discovers the answer. No, he was not born, and he is not special. He is an ordinary replicant. But Kay's journey doesn't end there. He takes one last step toward humanity. He decides to sacrifice himself for a cause greater than himself by saving Deckard and allowing him to meet his daughter for the first time. As he's told by Freysia, dying for the right cause is the most human thing we can do. So that's Kay's journey unfolded, from a soulless Pinocchio to a self-sacrificing hero. If we go back to the beginning and ask the question again, what does it mean to be human? This movie offers us two things to ponder. To be born is to be human, and to die for the right cause is to be human. These are answers, but I don't think they're very interesting ones. Birth and self-sacrifice. Kind of trite and unoriginal. That's why I felt the ending was lacking. After having followed Kay through his perilous journey into humanity, his final destination turned out to be so uninteresting. If I were to change the ending while leaving the story pretty much intact, it would go something like this instead. Kay finds Deckard in the ruins of Vegas. Love tracks down Kay, kidnaps Deckard, beats the snot out of Kay, and leaves him to die. But in my version, Kay manages to save Joy. Kay is rescued by the leader of the replicant freedom movement. She gives him a gut punch when she tells him that Rachel's child was a girl, not a boy. He realizes he's not special as he had hoped. In the meanwhile, Love takes Deckard to Wallace, who offers him a clone of Rachel in exchange for revealing his daughter's whereabouts. Deckard refuses. As Love transports Deckard to Offworld to be tortured, Kay intercepts them, kills Love, and rescues Deckard. Kay takes Deckard to the memory-making factory so he can meet his daughter, Anna, for the first time. As Deckard gazes at Anna and puts his hand up to reach out to her, a pair of officers enter the cave and execute Anna. Deckard tries in vain to help her, but he's shot dead as well. Later, Joy, quote-unquote, wakes in a car with Kay driving. She looks out and finds that they're leaving the city. Joy complains that she has gaps in her memory. Kay explains that he had to delete some of her memory files in case he was captured or killed, and her emitter fell into the wrong hands. Joy asks Kay about his search for Rachel's child. Kay tells her that Deckard and the child are dead, found by the police, and he doesn't know how. In tears, Joy apologizes to Kay for being wrong in telling him that he was the child of Rachel. But Kay replies, "Rachel had a boy and a girl. They tried telling me otherwise, that she only had one, a girl. But that's just another piece of the puzzle. So who knows? He might still be out there." Joy looks up at Kay. It's unclear what we read in her face: admiration or distrust. She notices the wooden horse in Kay's lap, and she asks Kay, "Where are we going now?" So that's the kind of ending I would go for. It's darker and more ambiguous, but in a way, I think it also provides more interesting answers to the question, what does it mean to be human? For example, did Kay betray Deckard and Anna? Did he sacrifice their lives just to protect a story that he's told about himself? If he did, would this make him any less human than when we thought he was a self-sacrificing hero? Or perhaps Kay didn't betray Deckard and Anna. Maybe he just failed them, and he's holding on to the idea that he could be Rachel's son. After all, to be born is to have a soul. Maybe Kay wants to have a soul so badly that he's willing to lie to himself. Is there anything more human than self-delusion? Or perhaps we're wrong about all of this. Maybe Kay feels nothing. With Deckard and Anna now dead, he's simply on his way to kill Freyja, to remove all traces of a replicant child. Perhaps Kay hasn't changed as much as we thought. He's still just a Blade Runner, slavishly following orders, no closer to being human at all. In all this ambiguity, I think something interesting arises. We begin to perceive Kay as something different, perhaps not quite human, but something more complex, unreadable, and unpredictable, even though he may not be any of these things at all. So the key to answering the question, what does it mean to be human, might not be found in Kay. It might be found in us, in our perception of Kay. Well, that's it for now. That's how I would try to improve this movie. Let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you like the ideas and think they would improve the movie, or if you think they suck. And if you have better ideas, feel free to share. I'd love to hear them. One of the things I want to avoid in reviewing films is just crapping on them. I can well imagine how difficult it is to write and direct a film. It's easy to shoot down other people's work, but it's much harder to try to think of your own ideas and think of concrete ways to try to improve the movies that you watch. And that's what this channel is all about. So please like and subscribe, and until next time.